Yeah, I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. You know, most people fail. Most people fail in life, whether it's their health, whether it's their career, whether it's relationships, whether it's a new job that they want to start, whether it's a new business that they may want to get into. Most people fail because they are too busy caring and worrying about what other people think. They are too scared. They are too always worrying about how they can please people. Will people like what they said? Will people like what they wear, what they do, the kind of career path that they select? All this has to change because it's having a highly negative impact on your, not just your health physically, but your emotional wellness and your happiness quotient at the end of the day. You know, if you looked at the statistics and numbers of the amount of people that exist there working jobs that they don't like, it's very simple to say, I don't have a choice. Well, the bitter, ugly truth is you have a choice. If you have a look at the amount of people stuck in relationships that they don't like being in, okay, again, you may say, I have to be in, okay, you still have a choice to be in or not be in. You know, the other problems that come because of the choice you make or don't make are really your problems. No one can really sort that out for you. But I think the biggest hindrance today amongst teenagers, adults, everyone, people are too busy caring about what other people think and care. And that really serves you no purpose in life at all. I think the people who really truly will genuinely look out for you and care for you and give you advice because they truly care for you are your parents. In most cases, some parents don't do that at all. Very few people are blessed to have people in their life who will really care truly about your own interests and everything else. So my whole point is stop caring and stop worrying and stop thinking about what other people constantly say and think, because it's serving you no purpose. It's absolutely serving you no purpose. You see, most of the people today are living their lives like puppets. They are controlled by everyone's opinions. Who's doing what on Twitter, who's doing what on Instagram, who's wearing what. Everyone has conformed themselves into a herd mentality. They no longer have a mind of their own or a heart of their own to make their own decision. They want validation all the time. They want validation for the clothes they wear. Does it look good? They want validations for the shampoos they use. Will this be good? They want validations even for the career paths they take. Even if you have a passion and you're going to make it into a business, stop looking for validation. That ideas come from within you. How will the outside world control your passion? And the sad part is there are people who you can go to, true mentors. You know, like I said, in many cases, your parents, people who really care about you. Listen to them, care about what they say. But if you start caring and worrying about what everyone says, your friends, people on social media, you continue to be controlled like a puppet. Something that comes within you, okay, your internal chemistry is constantly controlled by the outside world. It can never work that way. Most people have to understand that people project their own fears and negativity on you all the time. Just because someone's failed, they think that you would fail too. Just because someone couldn't make their dreams come true without taking risks, they project their negativity. They project their failures on you. You know, and it happens unconsciously. These are not bad people. They just can't believe that someone else could do it differently from them. They don't believe that someone can succeed. Maybe they made a mistake and that's why they were not successful. But it doesn't mean you project your negativity and your failures on someone else. That person who you're projecting on could be different. They could be doing it differently from you. They could be putting in more hard work, more sacrifice. They could have more knowledge than you, and that's why they're able to make it work. So people, please understand that most negative people out there project their feelings on you. Look at angry people. They project their anger on you. Look at jealous people. They project their jealousy on you. Most negative people project their negativity on you, unconsciously or consciously, because they can't stand to see you do it differently. They can't stand to see you achieve what they couldn't achieve. They can't stand to see you gain something that they couldn't gain. So this unconscious projection, and like I said, it's a very unconscious projection, is real. It exists out there. Most people are afraid to take risks. That doesn't mean they project that fear onto you. You may be okay with taking risks. You may be okay with losing before you gain. You may be okay with failing before you succeed. But because other people can't do that and they're fearful, don't allow their projections to come into your way. We must respect our elders. We must look at wisdom from people who have years of more experience than us, because the books can't teach you that. The internet can't teach you that. Knowledge without experience is only knowledge. Knowledge with experience is wisdom. So you should look up to people who have experience and years and take away what you want. But the moment people start projecting their fears and they don't have logic to back it with, stay away from these people, or be kind to them, but just don't take their projection. Just don't take their advice. Another reason why you shouldn't care or worry about what people think and say all the time, because most people out there are really cruel and nasty. They feed off your faults, they feed off your weaknesses, they feed off your failures, and then they keep reminding you about it. Be very, very careful of these people. They do it unconsciously or consciously because it makes them feel better. You have no idea how many people out there are waiting for you to fail, are waiting for you to show your weakness, are waiting for you to make a mistake, and they will jump onto it and feed on it and feed on it. Why? Because the more they feed on their weakness, it makes them feel a little bit better about themselves. It raises their little low self-worth to something higher. They do it because they want to feel good about themselves. So be careful of these people. Sometimes the crap that other people fill into your mind drowns out your own inner voice. We've let our minds absorb all the noise of the world, the noise of other people's opinions, advices, and all of these things. We take so much in, we consume so much of noise that we drown out our own inner voice. We can't hear it anymore. You can't hear that inner voice telling you that, listen, enough. I need to find real happiness. I don't find it in alcohol and drugs and mindless socializing anymore. Listen, enough. I need to get some new skills because I don't want to be at the same position in life. I want to rise. Okay? But this inner voice is drowned out because your mind is filled with the crap and noise of other people's opinions, other people's negativity, validation searches that you do all through the day. That inner voice is drowned out. Most people don't really care about you. Most people care about how they feel. So they can't stand to see other people being different, doing it differently. Now imagine you're in a social group, okay? Y'all are in a social group together because your experiences and your behaviors match, your emotions match. So y'all get together. That's normal human emotion. When your neurotransmitters match with neurotransmitters of someone else, you form a group. It's as simple as that. Groups are formed on basis of the same likes, the same hobbies, the same passions, or whatever it is. Now, when one person decides that this isn't the group for me, I don't want to behave this way anymore, and you change your behavior, suddenly you're going to be the odd one in the group. People can't stand to see that you don't share the same experience, behavior, and the same mindset as them anymore. So there's friction, there's conflict. Suddenly you decided that this group isn't enough for me. I need to look beyond. I don't like behaving this way anymore. I don't want to go out every Saturday night. I don't want to have to dress according to the society. So you change. And people around you change because they can't stand to see you change. So you have conflict, you have emotional thing, you become a victim, you think people don't like you anymore. The simple thing is most people don't care about you. Most people care about themselves, their own feelings, their own place in life. But care is a very, very broad word. Like I said, there are many people who will genuinely care. Keep those people in your life. Keep them close to you. They will look out for you. They will tell you things no matter what you think of them because they genuinely care for you. Let me share a simple story which you all know right now. There was a farmer and his wife and they had a donkey. They needed to take the donkey to a village which was about 5 kilometers from where they lived. So the farmer and his wife walked the donkey across the first village. People in the village looked at them and said, illiterate people, they have a donkey but they're walking at the side. So the husband put the wife on the donkey and they walked through the second village. The people in the second village said, oh, illiterate people, look at that unkind man. Okay, look at that unkind woman sitting on the donkey while the poor man has to walk. So the man put the wife off the donkey and he sat on the donkey. They walked through the third village. The people over there said, oh, look at that man, has no respect for women. Okay, and she's walking and he's on the donkey. The man didn't know what to do. They both sat on the donkey. They passed through the next village. And the people in the village said, look at those unkind people. That poor donkey has to bear the weight of 2 people. So they finally got down and walked the donkey to the village. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, there will be people who find faults, who do not like you, who will find ways to pull you down. So just don't care. You can't go through an entire life trying to please everyone. You can't go through an entire life trying to get validation from everyone. no matter what. So in short, you need to understand that if you have a dream, okay, if you want to focus on something, you have a passion, and with that you have belief and faith that it could be something really good for you. Don't care what people think. Go ahead and do it. There are so many sick people out today who are constantly worrying what all their neighbors are going to think about them, what people are going to think about them, so that they don't share their sickness, they hide, they don't explore further. They live in lack. They live without abundance and without the possibility of healing because they're too busy caring about how people will judge them, what people will say about them. You shouldn't care about these people because people will always have something to say to you out there. When it comes to teenagers and parents need to understand that they have to nurture children, guide them, coach them, show them the path. But finally, your child or your young child who's a teenager or a young adult will have to decide their path on their own. You can't control that path for them according to your insecurities, your fears, what society will think, who will my son marry, will my status fall, who will my daughter marry, will my status in society form. All of this has to end. And I think people as individuals and young adults have to understand that most people do not really care for you. Their best interest is not you. Their best interest is how they feel. So when you have a few people who genuinely care for you in life, keep them close to you. Be grateful for them. Spend more time with them. And if you're in the other part of the crowd where you're dancing to the opinions like a puppet to everyone, you're constantly looking for validation, you look for extreme groups on social media because you think, oh, that's cool, everyone's doing this. Let's all go the keto way. Let's all go the vegan way. Let's all go the paleo way. Let's all go the carnivore way. Whatever it is. Do it if it suits you. Do it because it makes you happy. Do it because you understand the logic behind it. Do it because you want to do it, not because everyone else is wanting to do it. You know how many people out there, young girls, boys, men and women, they're like, we're fed up of dressing in all these fancy clothes. We just want to be comfortable in our basic clothing. Then why don't you be comfortable in your basic clothing? Why are you constantly controlled by society out there? You need to understand that irrespective of what you wear, there will be some people who will have nice things to say and some people who will have horrible things to say. And I think when we understand this, that we should stop caring and worrying about what everyone thinks about us, and we should just start doing our thing. Of course, you know, a lot of people want to be liked, so they try to please society. They try to do things that get them likes, that get them liked. The first rule over there is it's your fault. If you don't like yourself, you're going to go out there searching for other people to like you all the time. So the first fundamental is learn to like yourself. Learn to respect yourself. If you're going outside looking for respect, it's never going to happen. Until you learn to respect yourself, no one can take anything away from you. When you learn to love yourself, no one can take anything away from you. When you learn to like yourself, you don't go out there searching for people to like you all the time, and then, oh, people like me when I'm like this. So you constantly start doing only that because that's the way you get liked. But that's not the real you. After a while, that's going to lose its shine and you're going to be left with your own empty self. So if you have a dream, if you have an imagination, if you have a passion right now, just go ahead and do it. You got to be wise. You got to do it the right way. You got to make sure it's not going to harm people. You got to make sure that you're not going to ruin someone else's life. These are the fundamentals of life. But at the same time, stop being controlled by people's opinions all the time. Stop looking for validation. Stop being controlled by everyone else. Have a mind of your own. It's good to go and seek advice. It's good to go and understand how things could work. I'm not saying go and be egoistic and do it all on your own. But don't ever stop your dream or your passion because of other people, because most people, like I said, don't really care about what your passion and hobby is. They care about their own insecurities and they will go on projecting this on you. You got to be strong, and no matter what, you got to move forward with that, with your head held up high, the dream in your heart, with a lot of faith, a lot of belief, and then you surrender. You got to understand today, too many people out there, they seek respect. They think material things, status, power, all of that gets them respect. They think they get respect. No, there are a lot of people who hang around these people only because they have money, they have fame, so they want to be part of a group. Conformity, it's called social conformity. But these people never get respect because respect is not material wealth. It is not power. It is not all of the things which are fake. Respect comes from personality. It comes from character. It comes from you keeping your word. And it comes from people who are able to live their lives the way they want to live it. Not according to how everyone else is being controlled by everyone else. These people have no respect because today there's something else, tomorrow they'll be something else, tomorrow they'll be on a new diet, day after they'll be on a new diet because everyone's changing. You don't have a mind of your own, you don't have a character of your own, you lack respect. So stop caring about what the world thinks. Stop caring about what people project on you. Go ahead and do what you have to do because it comes from inside of you. Not from the outside, but from within. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.